Hey, you guys, it's Donald here, the Messy Life Coach, coming to you with another Wellness Wednesday and Wellness Your Way series contribution. And today, I want to invite us to think about wellness as more than just physical fitness and nutritional fitness, but also what we're not only just ingesting, but what we're allowing to be put into our brain as well as into our spirit. And so today's theme is going to be on joy and happiness, because one of the things that I've really had to kind of struggle and work on, and I'm still working on it. Remember, I'm not the perfect life coach, I'm just the messy life coach. But one of the things is restoring myself to a place of joy and happiness. And sometimes even believing that I deserve joy and happiness is the challenge in and of itself. And so I invite you over the next couple of days or week or whatever, just to jot down the things that you are engaging in. What are some of the activities? What are some of the behaviors that you're engaging in? And once you have a list of that, of maybe 5 to 10 at minimum, and you can just sit down and write those out too, you don't have to keep a journal. I'd like to invite you to think of the words J and V. And as you go through that list, once you have your 5 to 10 minimum, go through and write a J or a V next to each one. How do you know if you're going to write a J or a V? Excellent question. You're going to answer that for yourself, because you're going to ask yourself, is this activity bringing me joy, or is it merely filling a void? If it's bringing you joy, or at least bringing you closer to a place of joy, then you're going to write a J next to it. If it's just filling a void, then you're going to write a V next to it. And I want to give you an example from my own messy life. I often am laying down and ready to go to bed between 11 and 11:30, and like I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. I'm falling asleep. And yet I find myself wandering into the kitchen, grabbing a box of Cheez-Its off the top of the refrigerator or a canister of Pringles out of the pantry, going into my bedroom, lying down, watching some Golden Girls, and eating my Pringles or Cheez-Its. While in that moment it may bring me satiation, it doesn't bring me joy. It's merely filling a void in my life. And sometimes I don't know what that void is, and sometimes I do, but I often fill it up with snacking. That is one of the things that I engage in regularly that does not bring me joy, rather, it fills a void. And so I want you to write that down and just take note of the activities in which you're engaging and ask yourself, is this bringing me joy, or is it merely filling a void? And sometimes all we can do is fill a void and go on about our life. Like, that's okay. This isn't a place of judgment. This isn't an activity of judgment. It's just an assessment to see what's bringing you joy and what's filling a void. If it's filling a void, is it filling a void in healthy, safe, productive ways? Or is it unhealthy, unsafe, and unproductive? For me, eating a half a box of Cheez-Its at night at 11:30 or 12 o'clock, when I know I'm going to be up with indigestion around 2 or 3, and then I'm going to be up at 5 o'clock for good, because I always wake up around 5 o'clock, that's not a healthy way to fill that void. So one of the ways that I do that is to try to change not just my behavior, but my temptation and my opportunities. So when I go to the grocery store, I don't buy Pringles or Cheez-Its that often. And when I do, I don't go and repurchase them once I've consumed all of them. If I eat them all in one night, that's fine. I don't have any more until I go back to the grocery later that week or the next week. Sometimes I don't even go to the grocery every other week, and so I'm really out of luck. So for the next couple of days, sit down and think, what are the activities that I'm engaging in? Do they bring me to a place of joy, or are they filling a void? If they're filling a void, is there a way that I can avoid that if it's unhealthy? Or is there a way that I can replace that? So for instance, I've now started purchasing apple chips instead of Cheez-Its. It's still a snack. It's still filling the void, but it's doing it in healthier ways. Remember, this is not a place to shame or judge yourself or your behaviors. It's just an opportunity to take an assessment, decide for yourself what's going on in your life, determine if you're okay with that or if you want to make some changes, and then make some changes that edge you closer and closer to being full of joy and full of happiness, which is what you deserve. That is your birthright, to be joyful and to be happy. And so I look forward to hearing from you and seeing what your assessment or your kind of mapping out of the week is going to be like, and hopefully we will all end up a little bit closer to places of joy and happiness at the end of this. So again, my name is Donald. I am your Messy Life Coach, reminding you that you don't have to have a perfect life to have a perfect life. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like all the videos, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to my channel? I'd really appreciate that. And if you absolutely love my messages and feel like others need to hear it, help me boost and amplify that signal by going ahead and sharing that on your social media and your personal network outlets. So again, it's Donald Taylor, the Messy Life Coach. Wellness your way, not my way. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the next video.